I don't usually watch Oscar movies. Every once in a while, one slips through that you see, but normally they're made not for, I'm a dude, right? Like, I like stuff. I want to see stuff get blown up. I love ninjas.
I think the last Oscar winner I went out of my way to actually see was Everything Everywhere All at Once. Is that what it was called?
Is that the one with Michelle Yeoh or whatever?
Yeah, and it's got short round.
Yeah, you can jump in between like dimensions and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, that one Best Picture was a sci-fi movie. It was rare times that ever happens.
Yeah, very much so. But because you just don't get them. And normally Oscar movies, last year I knew that Oppenheimer was going to be great. Right, like that's something that interests me. The powerful cast, the way that they did what they did was incredible.
And Nolan is completely incompetent when it comes to making terrible movies.
Yeah.
The man is he doesn't know how.
No, and sometimes he makes movies that are very confusing, and you have to go see him 47 times to figure out exactly what's going on. I think that's his jam. But Oppenheimer was great. So you get some of those, but mostly it's crap. You're like, I have no idea what that is. Like this year, Emilia Perez or whatever it is, it cost $30 million. It's made 10. Whatever. But you and I and everybody listening now, we're people. We're dudes. We're ladies, right? We're just part of the world that is the regular folk. We like popcorn, explosions, a little comedy, a little romance. And every once in a while, those movies suck to the critics, but they're hilarious. And they usually win Razzies.
There will be no opposition. There will be no criticism. For in this realm, bad is good.
Joe Biden ad?
Dumb is smart. And entertainment is the ultimate distraction. The masses will be lulled by spectacle. Their minds shaped by illusions. While the truth of it all fades into oblivion. Welcome to our 45th Razzie nominations.
So one thing I just noticed that might make you want to change one of your votes is Jon Voight won last year for Worst Actor.
Oh, God, he is just cleaning.
And you picked him for Worst Actor this year.
Oh, I might have to. I don't know if you went. Well, you know what?
No, you did. That was who your pick was, but he won last year. They may give him a break this year.
What's his name? Tom Hanks won back-to-back years. He won he won for Philadelphia, and then he won
that was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, he won for Philadelphia. No, he didn't win this. He won actual Oscar.
No, I'm talking about Razzies though. You picked Jon Voight to win the Razzie for Best Actor this year, and last year he won the Razzie for Worst Actor. So
it's and these are the worst movies, by the way, people. So get ready for them. So I might, although if you've not seen some of these movies, if you want to laugh, they're so bad. And by the way, I think most of these people were pretty serious about the movies they were making. They didn't set out to make a crapper, but they did. So let's start with the movies, shall we? Where should we start? Oh, how about this one? So Francis Ford Coppola, this was supposed to be his jam. So this guy he put together this movie. This was something he had thought about for years, for decades. He funded a lot of this movie himself. It's called Megalopolis.
To the future of our family. I will build a city that people can dream about.
Megalopolis.
That man is a megalomaniac.
What is it like being rich?
You can scare people. You're going to have to prove yourself.
We are going up, and they are going down.
We are taking our city back.
The alligators had the right idea. They the young.
It's horrible. It is a movie that is way too long, but listen to who stars in it. Aubrey Plaza, Adam Driver, Shia LaBeouf, Jon Voight. It goes on and on. These are superstars. It cost $120 million of his own money, essentially. It made $13 million.
He's probably going to George Lucas going, how did you fund your own stuff and not go broke?
I am fascinated by somebody who would do that. I get taking a chance.
Especially on yourself.
Yes, but my goodness. I mean, he put up, I think, a portion of his winery.
Whoops.
Yeah, so now somebody owns a bit of that wine. Now the bank owns a winery thanks to your crappy movies,
Yes.
sir. All right, on to the next movie, a movie that should have been better. I'll be honest, I looked at it, I saw the trailer, I've seen bits and pieces of it. Reagan.
There's nothing a retired governor can do. But a president, now he can do a thing or two.
You know what you have to do.
This summer, it's morning in America again.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
I didn't like him as Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid sounded like somebody who was trying to do a Reagan impersonation. And it just didn't come off right. He was also way thinner than Reagan. Reagan was a big dude. He wasn't fat, but he was big. That didn't come over well either. It just wasn't. It felt like a very bad B movie. So that's Reagan. Now on to this one that was another stinker. And by the way, you and I both loved the director, Eli Roth. This was a video game called Borderlands. They turned it into a movie that was awful.
Brave vault hunters! You've come in search of the secret lost vault of Pandora!
You ready to kick some ass?
Okay, let's go.
Hey. Put the window up.
I don't want to.
It's pink.
It's in my mouth.
How are we gonna get through this?
Everybody rock!
Horrible. Best way to describe that? Too campy. Not, and I'm good. It's good being overdone and stuff, but it just was awful.
I was wrong about Voight. He won for worst actor last year. This year he's nominated for supporting actor.
Okay, shoo. So because I got him as the worst actor, but this movie was fun if you were at home and it was on TV and you have to pay a penny for it. But if you had to pay a penny for it, this thing was awful. Lost about $100 million. That is not good. On to now the two favorites to win this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the one that I believe will win it, even though I think the next one should be the winner, the Joker.
Arthur, do you remember any of what happened?
Arthur Fleck is a monster.
You should see it out there. They're all going crazy for you. We did this.
That's all, folks. That's about the only time he's not singing in the movie. I don't know who thought that was a great idea. I don't know who thought outside the box. Let's make him sing. But awful. So awful. Have you seen Tim Dillon, a comedian? He was in the movie. He was at Arkham, and he and the other actors were over there, and they're in their outfits, and they're watching it being filmed before they do their part, and they'd been in a few other scenes. And he said they turned to each other and goes, "This is going to be the worst movie ever made." It was. Now, finally, and Belle, I want you to listen to this because you are going to hear the worst acting
Yes.
ever. The movie's called Madam Web.
A week ago, I spent my life racing against time, trying to save people who were running out of it. Until one moment changed everything.
Come on! Welcome back to the land of the living.
New York City is a whole new level of crazy these days.
I've seen that man before. He was in the Amazon with my mom. Ezekiel Sims. I think he can see into the future. You want to live, you have to trust me.
It's crap. It's the worst movie. I saw it. It was on Netflix. And I thought, it's a Saturday. I'm sitting around. We had just moved here. And it was on Netflix, and everybody was gone. And we had a beanbag chair and the television because we'd only been here like a day or two. And I said, I'm going to watch it. I would have rather driven back to California to pick up a shoe that I left than watch that movie again. Dakota Johnson is awful at acting. She needs to quit, and she needs to apologize to everybody who saw it. Did you watch it, Belle? Did you ever see it?
No, not the entirety of it.
You didn't have to.
I'm a big comic book guy too. I used to collect extensively, and to see what these people are putting on the screen sometimes versus where they're getting the source material.
Yeah.
It's two different stories. I don't have time for it.
You didn't have time for it. So, it is the worst movie I've ever seen. Like, of a real movie. Like, I've seen a lot of crappy, fun movies that cost $150,000 and somebody had an idea. I'm like, yeah, let's watch it. Like, I watched Blood and Honey, the Winnie the Pooh movie. I thought, man, for $100,000, you guys did a pretty damn good job. This movie was so awful, and I don't think she knows how to act. She doesn't. She's horrible. And the movie, I have no idea. She has no powers outside of, like, she can, like, deja vu. She doesn't shoot webs. She doesn't do anything. There's no monster. It's stupid. I hate you.
So you gotta let this, you gotta stop holding back, man. You gotta let it go. Let it get out there.
All right, let's go through our picks for the worst of the worst. So for me, I picked Madam Web. You went with?
I went with Joker just because it's so heavily trashed that I think the Razzies will want to continue that theme. Now,
here's where you might get a little conservative world. For actor, I put Zachary Levi, who plays, he's Shazam, but he's in the Cran movie. It's kind of funny, and it's not the worst, and he's not really a great actor anyways, but he's also very conservative. He's very outspoken for Trump, so I have a feeling he's going to win this one. You went with?
Dennis Quaid.
Another conservative.
Yeah.
For actress, I went Dakota Johnson.
Jennifer Lopez, because Jennifer Lopez is just not a good actress. She can probably give Dakota a run for her money and suck.
That's Jenny from the block.
Dude. Hey, I know where she's from. I'm trying to send her back there.
She was great in Selena. She was great in Selena. She basically played herself.
I saw the ending of that movie coming from a mile away, though.
Well, because that's what happened in the movie. That's what happened in real life.
Kidding.
I went with Emma Roberts for supporting actress because she was in that horrible movie.
I voted for Amy Schumer because she deserves it.
Yeah. I went with Francis Ford Coppola for worst director.
Eli Roth.
Oh, sucks. Joaquin Phoenix for the
screen combo is
Joaquin
and Gaga, and I completely agree with you on that.
Yeah. The Crow for the worst prequel, sequel, or whatever crap they came
up with.
Rip-off. Yeah.
That's actually in the title. It's like worst sequel, prequel, or rip-off.
And the worst screenplay was The Joker.
You picked Joker. I picked Craven, but as far no, that was for screenplay prequel. We both picked Crow.
Yeah, and then you picked Craven for the worst screenplay. So if you guys want to watch crappy movies, here's the other thing: if you go to Razzies.com, you can sign up as $40 for the year. You get a vote, and sometimes these people show up at the Razzies to accept their awards. They have fun with it.
I think Halle Berry accepted one.
So did Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock. So, I would go if I was nominated, but I'm not. So, not yet, but it may happen. You never know.
It's a great marketing opportunity if you have a sense of humor about yourself.
And you got it, man. You're going to make some clunkers in life. That's exactly what's going to happen. And you got to be able to laugh about it and realize, it's not digging a ditch.